stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you're having a good day. Welcome to my new office. Sound's going to be different. I can already tell that. Whew, sound in here is great. I like it. I like it. I love it. It's a whiny butt. Got a whiny butt this morning. I'm Bastion. You just a little whiny butt, aren't you? Ooh. Camera's in a very delicate place because I haven't figured it out yet. I just got stuff moved. Give me a second, please. No, it's all good. It's all good. It doesn't tell me, just so you know. It doesn't say Facebook user left or anything. So it really is not that big of a deal. So yes, somebody wanted some attention. So and yeah. I would kind of wait for that 3-minute mark. The 3-minute mark. The 3-minute mark. Oh yes. You don't need to. I have this saying. Screw guilt. Don't even use guilt. Fuck it. Doesn't need to be there. You certainly don't need to feel awful for something I never even noticed, huh? I can tell you this, I appreciate the thought. I do. I appreciate the thought. But you don't ever, none of you ever need to be fucking feeling guilty for stuff. Right? Sometimes we tend to, okay, Kitty, this isn't working for me. Bye. You go away. Go. All right. You don't need to. Let's just put it that way. All right. Welcome to Daily Trudge. My name is Dion. I've had this shirt for, I don't know, 15 years. I love it. If you're here, please say hello. Whether you're watching live or the rewatch, it just fits every time I wear it. And I love it. I'm never going to give it up. Never. All right. I have no readings for this, but we may get into a reading. Because I don't know how long this one is actually going to last. It's, I'm not saying that recovery shouldn't be fun. Okay, because we do have fun. But, gosh, don't we got to put in some work? See, I got an update today. I didn't get an update. It's just stuff I read. So I'll rephrase that. I updated myself today. We are 550,000 homes short in Colorado. Okay. The people that see themselves as competitors are having a carnival. Okay. Here's the thing. There is division in recovery, and it's sad, and it's stupid, and it doesn't belong there. It doesn't. Right? And it's hard to live a life of honesty and being astute, okay, and to have to deal with these fucking people every day. I mean, fuck that all they're doing is taking money from the government. This is what they do. They go take money from the government. They set up these little groups that they do, like a drumming group. And that's it. That's it. There's no more beyond that. They say that there is, but there is not. This was going to be called "You Can't Transmit Something You Don't Have." Okay. If you are transmitting, let's put it this way. If you have not finished the work, and I don't care if it's AA, what it is. Okay. These people believe in all recovery pathways. At least do one of them. At least do one of them. Right? But these people are out here transmitting something they don't have. I'm going to tell you what that does to people. It kills them. I take any sober living in Colorado and we could go in there and you'd be like, fuck, this is what they're like? Have you really looked into seeing what the recovery is like in your area and the things going on? Do you feel like you have a responsibility to stand up and say, bullshit? I went to a meeting yesterday. I'm fighting 13 steppers. This guy was literally 13 stepping right in front of me. So I stepped in between and then I walked her to her car and explained to her that I was walking to her car because I didn't appreciate the fact that she was being 13 stepped. I will tell you, and I will tell you the truth. Okay, we're not going there. I don't know. Lately, I've just been wanting to scream and fucking yell. What is going on over there? That there's whining and okay. Are we already divided enough? Right? Let's take generations. 13th step means that somebody is trying to hit on another person with a lot less time. Right? It's usually men that have been in the program for a little bit trying to hit on women that are newer in the program. That's usually the situation. Okay. I've been 13th stepped. That happened to me. Not recently. This was years and years and years ago. I was living with my parents, and I don't count that time. I had like 3 months of sobriety. I was living with my parents, but it was forced. Even then, they went out of town for a month, and I drank and smoked weed in their house. So yeah, it doesn't really count, does it? So let's talk about like division between like Gen X and boomers, or millennials and Gen Z, or millennials and Gen X, or who gives a fuck? I'm going to tell you something. We're all the same. Yeah, we're all the same. It doesn't matter how old my sponsor is. They're a whiny little fuck in the beginning. Every single one of them. I was too. We're all the same. We're not any different. There you go. Watch out for the deep skin. And there's no difference between generations. Maybe a little bit on how we were raised, but there comes a point in everybody's life where they no longer accept their parents' bullshit. Or there has to come a time in life when you no longer can blame your parents for who you are. You can't blame other people for who you are. Well, that generation is lazy. But do you know what they used to call Generation X? Lazy. Gen X, probably the laziest generation who won't fucking admit it. Generation's horrible when it comes to mental health. We've never talked about our problems. And now we have a generation coming up saying we want to talk about our problems. Okay. Oh, because no, it's not. I've been wanting to talk about my problem. So does that make me a millennial then? Okay. I'm neither Democrat nor Republican. It's not how I vote. Government, religion, two of the biggest divisions in the world. Am I wrong? Probably not. I don't have the stats, so I could be wrong on that. That is opinion, but I think it's a pretty good educated guess. What is it that we're going for? Because when I see people going for popularity in this program, it never works. It does. Look at my numbers, man. There's 2 people here, according to that. I've been doing this 4.5 years now. It's what God wants. It's because this is a certain arena. And sometimes I want to use this arena to get the word out, but that's not how it works with my stuff. See, I'm not a big, I don't know. I should be. I wouldn't mind having a show where I come on and call people out. Somebody needs to do it. But I don't have an arena for it. So what can we do? What can we do because you can't fight. You can't fight. It's not allowed. Okay. So what do I have left? Well, I have 2 things left. Okay. I can either accept it for what it is and move on. Okay. And don't tell me God's going to take care of them. That's not how it works. Don't tell me that karma is going to come along and take it. No. That's resentment. Can't go that route. I only have 2 routes. Okay. I can either accept it for what it is, or I can educate. That means what I can do is come on here and at least educate some of the people so that they can go back into the rooms and do this the right way. Right? Because I go according to the big book. That's what I follow, is the big book. And if I don't have an answer, I can go find one pretty quick. Because I have resources. I have a ton of resources. So that's what you could do, is educate. And that could be kind of tough. That comes back down to the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Does it really fit in that category? Because you can change it. Because you can. And you shouldn't fear saying something different than other people in the meetings. Oh, I never thought of it that way. I probably hear that more than anything else. I just never thought of it like that. I say it all the time. Esponcillo put something a certain way. I'm like, I like that, and I'm stealing. I steal their stuff all the time. Nothing here is original. And the fact that people quote that they are original is not true. It's just, no. Sorry. I don't like the way this one is ending. So I'm going to do the daily reflections. I'm going to go ahead and do the daily reflections. Because I think that's enough on division. All right. We understand, we're aware. From there, I'm beating a dead horse. I really am. And I could cite example after example. But we're all smart, astute people here. We don't need that. We don't need that. So let's go. It is April 13th, and um, this is the false comfort of self-pity. It is in As Bill Sees It, page 238. I will wait. I'm waiting because Ingrid likes to read along, so I'm letting her grab her book because I did not prepare everybody, and it's not like we're in any rush to go anywhere today. No, not today. Not in any rush. All right, let's get to it. Under this is called maudlin martyrdom. And this is so true. Self-pity is one of the most unhappy and consuming defects that we know. Okay? I think I just answered some of my own questions. Is that neat? I am having a little bit of self-pity today. Because I just don't feel like there's enough people listening to me. Gotta laugh at that or I'm gonna get mad. Right? I mean, it's not consuming, but it is bothering me. So I'm telling on it. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm telling on it. Telling on myself. Right? That's 10-step work. It is a bar to all spiritual progress and can cut off all effective communications with our fellows. You're welcome. Bye. Love you. Communication with our fellows because it's inordinate demands for attention and sympathy. It is a maudlin form of martyrdom, which we can ill afford. Yeah. Because of its inordinate demands for attention and sympathy. That's why it doesn't feel good. That's why it doesn't feel right. Right? The remedy. Well, let's have a hard look at ourselves, and still a harder one at AA's 12 Steps to Recovery. We see how many of our fellow AAs have used the steps to transcend pain, great pain and adversity. We shall be inspired to these life-giving principles for ourselves. That's weird. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if it was on my side or not. But if you can hear me now, I'm going to go ahead and repeat the last paragraph in case I happen to everybody. Thank you for letting me know. You're like, can't hear you. Okay. But, oh, there it is. The remedy. Well, let's have a hard look at ourselves and still a harder one at AA's 12 Steps to Recovery. We see how many of our fellow AAs have used the steps to transcend great pain and adversity. We shall be inspired to try these life-giving principles for ourselves. So what's the answer? The answer here is getting into the work. Sometimes you're not going to like our answers. Okay. There are times when I was waiting for an answer. The answer was you got to go find your own answer sometimes. Stop. The false comfort of self-pity screens me from reality only momentarily and then demands, like a drug, that I take an even bigger dose. Yeah. See, once self-pity starts, I don't know about you, but it was hard to get out of. Okay. And sometimes we don't realize, like when I was starting this, I didn't realize I was in self-pity. I thought I was being an ego Well, it's the same thing. Okay. Still had to do with ego. It still had to do with pride. There are 100 forms of self. 100 forms of self, and they all lead back to one thing: fear. Fear. See, I have a fear that people don't want to hear what I have to say. Okay? So that would be the fear. If I succumb to this, it could lead only to relapse into drinking. What can I do? Okay. There's also another slip, and that would be your emotional slip. Okay. You're probably going to be a jerk. You're probably going to be a jerk. Yeah. Sometimes we go through it for a little bit. Sometimes we have to. There was a portion of my life where I feel like I had to go through it. What it gave me in the end was a humility surpassing anything in my life, is what it gave me. So that's what you have to look forward to. That's what I'm letting you know. See, now you're becoming aware of it. And now I want to cry. Somebody's emotional today. His name's Dion. Well, it was a hard time, man. Nobody wanted to listen to me. Why? Because everything coming out of my mouth was anxiety and PTSD. And that was hard because I was trying to say, I love you. And it came out, get the fuck away from me. Okay. That's why I hid for the first 3 years of my sobriety. I told you, I'm finding a lot of self-discovery in the last week because of this. And I'm going to get to this, but no, I've already brought that up, but I was thinking about, because I'm speaking, and I'm going to ask him if I can go live. Why not just put my phone up on the, it's just me. Oh, that's so against traditions. It answered my question, but I'm 52 and I've been doing all this stuff since I was 14. And I've done a lot of things in my life. I've lived on Skid Row. I've drank with Simon Cowell. I also yelled at him. He was being a jerk. So I was a jerk back. He's not a jerk anymore. I love Simon Cowell. Now once he had his son, he realized that being a dick is not the way to go. And I'm proud of him. I don't watch AGT or anything. I used to, but it's all about the fucking singers. If they took the singers off AGT, I'd probably start watching again. Anyway, let's get to the antidote. One certain antidote is to turn my attention, however slightly at first, towards others who are genuinely less fortunate than I, preferably other alcoholics. In the same degree that I actively demonstrate my empathy with them, I will lessen my own exaggerated suffering. My problem is always, like when I'm feeling sick, I don't know what that balance between whining and asking for help is. Does that make sense? Yeah. Because they say that men are horrible at being sick. And I tend to think that that's unfair. I'm one of the, yeah, I'm a whiner. What about the guys that aren't? I have to admit, yeah, when I get sick, but it's my mom and my wife, and they're tough fuckers, man. So they're mean. They're so mean to me. What am I gonna do? All right. You guys have probably had enough of me this morning. All right. I love you guys. Peace out. And have a day. Bye-bye. Oh, I have a good one. Thanks for stopping and repeating yourself. I don't know what happened. Great to see you. I love you too. Bye.